G'day, and welcome back to your daily dose of Karens, Kevins, they're no good, idiotic public freakouts here and Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things, with your host, me, the Australian idiot, and let's get into the clips. Here we have a Karen at a restaurant who apparently got caught a bitch by the waitress and decided that the best course of action here is to not only go off at everyone, including the customers and police people that are there, but also threaten to have the entire restaurant shut down.
Did you touch me? I know, because you're a asshole. You're a asshole. It's none of your business if I say why or not. Did you touch me? Why did she touch me? She cannot touch me. Why did she touch me? 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 She has no right to touch me. Enjoy this restaurant. You have no right to touch me. You have no
like you're embarrassing.
Ruining it. Yeah. Because
you're being aggressive.
Bitch. Your waitress
you are being
called
aggressive.
Me bitch. Your waitress called me bitch.
You need to treat people with respect.
I'm gonna close this restaurant. I'm gonna close this restaurant. Your waitress called me bitch in front of everyone.
You pushed her and tried to take her check.
I did push her? Are you guys liars?
No.
Are you guys liars?
I don't know what you want us to do.
Call their manager. I need to talk to the manager. Right now.
Our manager's right there. It's your client.
Not the manager for the waitress, manager of the restaurant.
He's not here.
Call him or her. I know he's not here. Call him. Call him.
He's right there.
There.
He's right there.
Okay, go get him. Go get
There's
him.
nothing we can do, lady.
Go get him. Go get him. I know, because you guys are scared. Because this is not the way you should react to your customer.
I love a good old taste of entitled Karens. The sheer entitlement, like, okay, yeah. Being called a bitch, like, depending on the context, is probably not right. Again, depending on the context. We don't have the context here. Because, you know, these people have only started recording after they hear someone start screaming and shouting and letting it all out. So we don't have what happened prior to that, but going off of how you're choosing to react about this entire thing, I think it may be a bit of an over-exaggeration, overreaction, maybe. Just here we got another guy who's pretty angry about the noise of a car. Now, look, I can understand being upset about car noises if they're continuously revving like an asshole, but by the sounds of how this guy decides to describe it, it just sounds like every now and then the Mustang goes past his backyard and it's loud and he doesn't like it, so he does this.
Well, he's been pulled over by Officer Yates once already. He's got $600 worth of tickets he can be written if he comes by my house one more time like he just did. My backyard is on Amesboro. He don't have any mufflers on that car. He's got tinted windows and he's got no front plate. $600. You tell him keep messing with me and I'll get him some money spent.
Sounds good, bud.
No shit. I'm tired of it. I've listened to the shit. It used to be a white Mustang. Now it's got a wrap on it, so he thinks it's incognito. But
not at all, sir.
Dude,
anyway,
one more time, and I'll have the cops come out.
That's fine.
I mean, if we really want to be the petty party here, he could, in theory, I don't know, take this footage to the police and potentially, I don't know, attempt to charge you with harassment, because that is technically what this is, if we really want to go petty party mode. But hey, that's a bit stupid. Maybe, I don't know, if he drives by every now and then, it's like not the end of the world, but it seems to be. Here we have probably one of the more craziest clips that I've really come across over the years. It's, I'm just going to let you watch it yourself before I say much more.
Son on the 10th of November was assaulted by Tracy.
What? No, what was assaulted? What was assaulted?
He was punched, and I'm sure you are aware of it.
The police are dealing with it, sir.
The police are dealing with it, but I'm not happy that Tracy is still coming to the school. From what I gathered.
So the teacher that punched your son is still in the school.
At a point, the teacher was here at a point which was supposed to be taken off.
Mr. Autumno,
no.
It's not appropriate to discuss. Not a matter with it.
No, because your son was what, suspended?
What happened to my son being assaulted, and at the same time, a suspension letter was handed to him. Is that appropriate?
Sir, it's not appropriate for me to discuss.
It's appropriate. It's appropriate.
It's not a matter the school
what happened to my son?
It's beyond us.
But she's still here. She's still in the school.
What happened to my son?
I'm not prepared to discuss that with
Why
you.
wouldn't
I'm not dealing with it.
Don't
sir.
I have rights to know that the teacher is not here in school?
It's not.
Someone
it's not
assaulted
a matter
my
that we're
son.
dealing with.
Someone punched his son.
Someone
has
punched
punched his son.
We had
And
to
your
take him to A&E.
And you have
on that
appropriately
same day.
reported it.
And you,
It's not
and you,
appropriate.
and you
Someone
really-
punched her son, his son, in
can't
this
leave.
school.
Just-
Yeah.
You don't have right to tell me to leave.
Yeah.
I cannot leave.
No.
You can call the police if you want. This is a public space. I have right to do what I'm doing.
You can't discuss. I can't
I have
discuss
right
it.
to do what I'm doing.
I've no comments to make.
In the interest of the public, this is the interest
Sir,
in the
this
interest
isn't
of
the
the
way to
public.
deal with it.
You can call the police if you want to call. They have
No,
the
because
matter.
we need to let people know
I
that
need to let
children
the
are
public
coming to
know.
school and being punched by teachers.
It has been dealt
It-
with appropriately. It has
How?
It has
She's
not
still
been dealt with
here
appropriately.
for 3 weeks.
I
These
have been in-
children,
I have been in
no,
contact
for
with the
3
police.
weeks.
You don't know how the school.
I have been in contact
How?
with the police.
But how is this happening on your premises? A child is being punched, and then they haven't,
Mr.
and then he's
Lane
been
gave me
suspended.
he gave me because my son has been taken off to
And you-
school
and you
and
need-
going to completely different schools. Okay, so this is all you guys are doing. I am going to take it further. On the 10th of November 2023, I got a call that my son Christopher was assaulted, being punched by one of the support teacher.
He was what? He was what?
He was punched
By who?
by one of the teachers.
Okay.
teaching assistant staff.
Yep. Okay.
And we
Where?
got
Where was he
in
punched?
the playground, in the chest and the neck,
Who was he punched by?
by one of the teachers.
At what school?
Christ the King, this school.
This school. This school.
That's a whole lot to unpack. Just the box is dropped right in front of you, and you just look at it going, wow. Do I really want to open that can of worms? Well, today I am. Let's open that box up. This is kind of wild because from what I've learned with the schooling system, at least when I was a lot younger in Australia, is that there were teachers that would be a lot more physical with how they treat their students. Whether you would accept that as a fine thing to do or not is the other question, but usually these teachers, it's just a simple thing is like they will be taken out of that school in particular and moved to a school pretty fair bit away. But like I do distinctly remember like when I was in about grade 5, there was this assistant teacher who took over for one of the normal teachers for about a handful of weeks, and at one point he pretty much grabbed a student by their neck and dragged them across the classroom because they were being a bit rowdy. Anyway, that teacher disappeared a day or two later, and we didn't see him for a while. When I was in my final year of primary school, he reappeared as a teacher's aide for a brief period of time, which was very interesting to say the least, and completely wild that even occurred. But it seems to be how a lot of school systems go because of the lack of teachers. They're just like, this person was actually good at their job. They did this one stupid thing. Let's just throw them to a random school out in the middle of whoop whoop where no one's going to know who they are for a bit. But it sounds like here that the teacher hasn't even gone anywhere yet, and that the teacher is still at this school and action hasn't really been appropriately actioned if they're still there, because it seems wild that even with an accusation like this, wouldn't you think that, okay, maybe we need to put her out of this classroom or this school for a little while and as we look into it and then maybe bring her back? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comments down below. Next, we have a fun clip where there seems to be some road rage going on.
Though it's not about did you hit me though. It's not about did you. No, I'm not having a bad day, sweetheart. It's about the fact that you came on my side, boo, and then you had the nerve to push your head that way. Okay, baby, learn how to drive, boo. If you was on a driver's air test, you would be done. If you was on a driver's air test, baby, you would be done, boo. You would be done, boo. They would have failed you. They would have failed you. Okay, on the driver's air test, they don't tell you to do that when you're in. I'm not mad, baby. I'm not mad. I love you. I love you. I love it. I love it. Have a good one. Learn to drive that big ass truck, though.
When all's well, it ends well, right? Love how that ended. Just the casual. It's just like, no, I'm not mad. I love you. And then suddenly she reciprocates the entire feeling of that situation, which is just like, that's cool. Great way to end this one. As well as a sly comment about you better learn how to drive that big truck. In this clip, we got a Karen who's unhappy that a pair of older teenagers, young adults, are making use of the park swings when there's no one else in the park.
Here we go, man.
What? Don't you guys think you're a little bit too big to be swinging on a swing set when there's a lot of little kids here? I mean, come on.
What do you mean?
You're taking up all the space. Parents bring their kids to the park to swing, not for older kids to be on the swing. You're what, 18, 19?
20?
Well, come on, get off the swing. No. Little big kid lives matter. Are you kidding me? Yeah, keep walking away. Freaking Karen. I called you a Karen. Karen? Yeah. Karen. My name is not Karen. Well, you're acting like a Karen. Well, get off. You can't make me. I'm just gonna go get the park person. Okay, go for it. Okay. Bye. Right back at you.
I mean, when it comes down to swings, if a park's empty or there's not many people doing it, who cares? Oh no, you're swinging on a swing. Those things are literally made to be able to handle a stupid amount of weight. Some of them can only handle up to 250 pounds, but a lot of the steel-made ones, where it's chains, they can handle upwards of 500 pounds before it potentially becomes a problem. So it's just a question of like, who cares? There's no kids trying to get on this swing. There's no kids in the actual playground in the background either. The Karen's just being upset and going off of them for no particular reason. I have no idea. Here we get dropped in the middle of an Applebee's in New York, where we have a person going off and threatening violence against a kid who's a part of this bigger group at the table here. Oh, here's the clip.
Oh, she on that.
Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Y'all gotta tell her.
No, pull it out. Pull it out.
Pull what out? What?
Alright.
That's
Shut the up.
That's a little kid. That's a little boy. That's a boy.
No, that's not no little kid.
This is a little kid. And ain't nobody talking to you.
Turn it out.
Girl, push her. Girl, she about to hit your kid. Girl, push her. Girl, push her. Why she about to hit your kid? Yo, these bitches is because it couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. She wasn't talking to y'all like that. Girl, push her out of your kid's face. Bitch, snuff her. Why you gotta talk to your like that? Snuff her. Y'all bugging. Y'all have snuffed her. She wasn't talking to my kid like that. I'd have drugged her. Why she talking to your kid like that? No, that's true. No, I get it, but that's a kid. No, that's a kid. That's a kid at the end of the day. It's different if it's y'all. If it's y'all, I would have been quiet. Exactly, that's your kid. Smack this bitch. She been bugging. She been bugging. Get her the
Now, the comments of this on TikTok were going after the OP for calling for violence in the situation, which I can kind of understand, but according to the OP, apparently the only way that the situation ended up being resolved was when security had to physically drag her out of the damn restaurant because she refused to leave in any other matter, which is says a lot about this type of person in the first place, and maybe violence was necessary because they clearly weren't listening to sense. This next, we've got an angry Karen who parks in front of someone's bike with a big-ass SUV. Not her.
There's reserved parking spots.
No, you don't.
Hey, can you help me?
Oh my God, she's crazy.
We have parking spots here, so.
Okay, well I'll gladly take up 2 from now on.
Somewhere else.
I don't need to. I have it registered
all
here.
the way over there.
Go
I don't
away.
need to.
Please go. It's the cops
Right here.
The cop telling her if she parks in front of my bike again, I can have it towed, and if she touches my car again, she was going to be arrested. She stomped off like a child.
Oh, sure, she stomped off like a child, eh? Did she casually cause an earthquake or two? I'm sorry. Hey, I'm slightly overweight. I can make these type of jokes. Do you want proof? I'm not giving it to you. This is funny anyway. She's like, she just wanted to be a massive nuisance, park in front of someone's bike for some dumb reason, and then when she gets told off for doing it, she's like, just loses her mind over it. It'd be funny as hell. Here we have a person who's minding her own business. He's just sitting in a cafe on a laptop doing some work when an old guy decides to come in and sit at a table and start talking to her about her life and other bits and pieces along those lines. Here's a clip.
But the real question is, someone who's mentally handicapped, have a license plate that says that too, then you know the driving is going to be really bad. So you stay away from it.
You're not wrong.
Don't tell me, you're actually working from here?
I've been here, yeah.
Are you a writer?
Yeah, I've been here for a while. I'm actually about to go.
Are you a writer? Do you write things that get published?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, you mean it's never occurred? It's never occurred?
No.
But you hope to?
Someday.
What do you write about?
Self-help.
Self-help? Okay. You look too young for that. You haven't had enough life experience yet.
Well, thanks.
No, seriously. If you're going to tell people how to help themselves, you should be older and you should have gone through all kinds of terrible, terrible stuff.
Right.
Then you're qualified to give advice.
Totally.
Now, if you're young and you've gone through a lot of terrible stuff, you're probably qualified.
Who's to say?
Doesn't it make sense? Would you want someone giving you advice who knew nothing about the problem?
Who's to say I don't know anything?
Well, have you read a really difficult life?
I don't really think that matters.
Pardon me?
I don't really think that's part of it.
Oh, that's absolutely pertinent.
Okay. Well, that is your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion.
If you wanted someone to teach you how to win the Olympics, wouldn't the person have credibility if they'd actually won the Olympics? Now, as opposed to somebody who sat on their couch for 30 years, the guy on the couch isn't going to sell too much.
To be frank, I really didn't ask for your opinion.
I know, but I'm just full of opinions.
So, well, you can take them somewhere else if you like.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just thought I'd help you.
I don't need help, but thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
might need.
I don't need help, but thank you.
I mean, the question of the day here is just, what was the guy thinking? Like, is he just that, does he feel that self-entitled? Like it's like, yep, this person here who's clearly doing their own thing, doing something on the computer, I'm going to sit down in front of them, I'm going to try and talk to them. Yeah, that's right, they're going to enjoy talking to someone because they're clearly lonely and they've got nothing better to do than look at their computer, so they can have the time to talk to me, and then criticizes her about writing and potentially doing self-help stuff and says, oh, you need to be this, and this in order to do that. And yes, I get that to do and to be able to really do self-help, you either need to be very educated in whether, like, you go down all the various different learning stuff, you need to be a therapist, or you just experience some pretty wacky things in life itself. But does she need to tell you right there and there what she's gone through in life, what she's done to be able to write like this? Like, genuinely, who cares? Here we have a guy who gets caught throwing rocks at baby ducks who he claims are, quote, invasive. Here's a clip.
What's your name?
Benny Davis.
Stop throwing the rocks at the ducks.
You need to tend to your...
No, I'm going right to the office with this video footage.
Call them.
I'm taking the footage to the office.
Call them. Those are Muscovy ducks. Learn your laws before you run your mouth.
Do not throw things at animals. It literally is a sign right there saying, do not harm the animals over there on the storage unit. I'm taking this video right to the office. Have a nice day, sir.
I'm the one who put the sign there.
And I will go right to the office. You should know better. You should know better.
Species that have been deemed as invasive species to areas, they've got their own little weird, wacky shenanigans to it. I don't understand the American way in any way, shape, or form. Not even going to try to look it up because it's just a mess that doesn't particularly matter in this case here. It's just like, it's ducks. What are they going to do to you? If there's a sign literally say don't harm the animals, maybe just follow it. Though in saying that, I live in Australia, a country where we've got an invasive species known as cane toads that are, well, if you've heard any stories about Australians and their cane toads, you might remember some of the atrocities that we've done. I don't know, use them as golf balls, stabbed a screwdriver through them, various other shenanigans that various different people do. It's an entire thing. They're an invasive species. We treat them like it because they breed more than we can even kill off, even with the stupidity we do, and they get treated like crap, fun stuff. I don't know. Here we have an unhappy Chipotle customer because the bottom of their bowls is looking very dirty, to say the least, because obviously his benches aren't being properly cleaned between food scraps getting everywhere.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how the bottom of my container was dirty.
I'll give you your tips.
Thank you. Like, y'all treating me like I'm coming here and getting food for free. I'm paying for it. So treat me like a customer.
$34.
The hell? And the kids cup.
Oh, I'll give it to you right now. I don't know what you're paying with. I'm just waiting for you to see what you're paying with.
The last customer, you bagged their stuff up and then they paid. But with me, you have an attitude. Why is it because I'm black?
No.
Okay then, I'm a customer, so treat me like one. Just because I asked you to wipe the bottom of my container, you have an attitude? He should clean his station up after each. Look at that shit. That looks crazy. And my food rubbed across that, and you have a problem with it.
It didn't rub across.
Yes, it did. Why does it look like this? And I just wiped it off. It looks like this. Should the bottom of my container look like that? You're telling me this is okay?
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Ma'am, I can remake your food.
No, you don't have to remake my food, but she shouldn't treat me like that because I'm complaining about something.
I understand. I'm sorry about
And then she's telling me to pay for something before she even put my stuff in the bag. She shoved everything over to me and told me to bag my own shit.
I didn't tell you to bag your own.
What does it mean when you push my shit over here and then push the bag like this? And then I asked you for the chips and everything else and you had an attitude. Yeah, if I was white or Spanish, you wouldn't be acting like that. Like, I shouldn't have to raise my voice to get good customer service.
Anything else?
The kids' cup. Fucking attitude.
My God, that the bottom of that bowl is not good. Like that looks like some of my Lego sets that I've built sitting caked with dust. Like I picked them up and like the top is just caked in dust in like that similar fashion. Where she's like, there's this line of caked up junk just from it being pushed across. Like, it's insane. Like, how is it that bad to be able to be so visible like that? Like, little bits of scraps, like, let's say a touch of sauce getting on the bottom of the bowl because it got spilled just recently. Whatever. I don't think that particularly matters. But, no. The bottom of that bowl looks so bad. It's not even funny. Here we got some crazy happenings out of Wingstop.
What? I am, trust that. And I'm gonna call on every last one of you unprofessional. Can't wait to get in my car. What? Make me. You doing all that talking shit, bring your ass from back there again. Shit, talking shit. Shut up, bitch.
I would pick up for Emily.
Been unprofessional all day long up in this. Ordering your food at a certain time. It got like 10 of y'all back here and y'all still can't get it right.
It's always fun when it's just like some random person off to the side who watches all this. They just record it. They don't get involved. They just watch the stupidity happen and watch the stupidity leave. And that is it. Nothing more to the story there. This couple head out to their local Dollar General, which is apparently 25 minutes away, and they get there about 15 minutes before the store is supposed to close, at least according to the timetable online. But they get there and the doors are already locked. Here's what happens next.
Rob, what you say y'all close at 9:45? And what time y'all leave? So what time, you just said 10 o'clock, right? I said what time do y'all close? 10 o'clock. Walking out the door at 10 o'clock. Y'all heard that? So, what is this? And my sister works for corporate. So, I know, that's why I just drove 25 minutes to get here.
That's what it says online.
Because it said online that y'all closed at 10.
So you can't.
And when I'm coming in here to get some tissue and I know exactly what I want, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to walk through this door and get what I want and what I need.
You can't honor your time that you have online?
I work at a bank, and at the bank, if you walk in at 4:59, we're going to let you in and do your transaction because you made it before the time we close.
So do you close at 9:45 by
So why does it not say you close at 9:45 online? Why does it not say online you close at 9:40? No, I'm asking you. You work here and you're closing the doors.
I'm sorry, if you close at 10, if your operating hours says 10 p.m. as the close time, then you shouldn't be locking the doors 15 minutes beforehand just so you can get out early. You should stay operating until that 10 p.m. deadline that you've put on your timetable. you have to serve at that point. I've defended restaurants for not being able to do certain things like 10-15 minutes before they actually close because ovens and fryers and stuff like that might have been turned off early so they have a chance to cool down so they can be cleaned within a reasonable time frame after the store is closed. But this isn't a restaurant. This is a retail store. Well, they've just got a bit of tidy up at the registers, maybe remove old newspapers for the day if they serve newspapers. Like, there's not going to be much they need to do the moment they close. They just pretty much close, lock up, and leave. Like, this is stupid. Here was seemingly racist Karen being extremely upset that these people have arrived to the job site too early.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm calling code enforcement again.
How?
Okay, also probably immigration. Okay,
yeah.
And...
Yeah.
Reporting you because you're not supposed to be here till 7 o'clock in the morning. No work before 7. I reported you the last time, you're gonna get reported again. Do you understand me? What's your name?
Ma'am.
What do you mean? This is the law.
Yeah.
Do you understand the law?
We're not working. I mean,
that's not working?
We haven't started yet. We just pulling in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not having a start yet.
Yeah, okay. We'll see, but I'm gonna take your pictures now, okay? Maybe I'll send them to immigration too.
Now, I can kind of understand being annoyed at these people for getting there and potentially starting work before the time they're meant to, especially when it's this early in the morning in a neighborhood where there's people who are potentially sleeping. But by the sounds of things, A, they're not actually doing anything yet, they're just arriving and setting up to start when it's time to start. And B, it doesn't look like it'd be like, based upon the lighting, I would assume it's probably like 5:30, 6 in the morning, probably that early. It's about an hour before they actually start and they're just setting up. And then saying you're going to send all this immigration totally does not give off any form of racist intent here whatsoever. Here are some people fighting and arguing on a plane.
You gonna slap some shit. Oh, you gonna slap
I got it.
That's not the problem. You're not gonna touch my son. That's what you did. That's what you did. And your daughter started throwing. She's gonna slap me. Excuse me. We need our bag. We need our bags.
I have no idea how we got here. I just am praying that this is after they've landed at the destination so that when they deboard this plane, no one's going to be inconvenienced by whatever stupidity is currently happening here. Well, there's still going to be that inconvenience, but you know, it's better than having your plane delayed from going anywhere because of people like this. Here we have a McDonald's worker who's gotten into some form of argument with someone who was going through the drive-thru for one reason or another. Ultimately, because of what actually ends up happening in this clip, I don't think it particularly matters that much because our McDonald's worker here has a bit of a loose tongue.
What was that? What's your name? You're just saying what? No, what's your name? You're gonna get yourself in big trouble because I want to know who I spoke to tonight that's giving me an attitude.
I told you my name, Lily, though.
Okay, but then when I walked out, what'd you say?
No, I told you my name. Lily, go present. Okay, go present. What?
She's gonna get herself in trouble. Does she realize that? You can't have this kind of attitude.
Who you are? Yeah.
I don't care who you are either. Okay, check it out. You're cussing. You're behind the counter. You're gonna get fired. I'm not gonna get you fired. I know I'm not walking into the counter.
Walk out the door.
Okay.
Walk out the door.
I'm not walking out the door. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're being Okay, Lily. I am putting you on my phone. You work here. I don't need your. No, this is a freaking free country. We record all the time. I need proof of what you're saying to me. Saying that you're cussing at me and you don't care about me? She's gonna get herself fired.
You need to shut the up. You shut up.
You're calling me a
I did not say
you just said yeah. You just said it.
It's okay.
Yeah. She said something. Called me.
Wait, it's like the N-word?
Pretty much. That's what it sounded like to me. Yep, I have it recorded.
She knew that she stuffed up the moment it was pointed out that she said that, because that was the point where she immediately backed out of the entire confrontation. As anything all the way up to that point, she didn't care. She was going to keep fighting back, fighting the quote-unquote good fight. But the moment that she realized that she dropped a bit of an N-bomb on the person is the moment that she's like, maybe I'm just going to go back here. Yeah, don't worry about me. What a way to show your true colors, though. And also, in public, in your workplace, whilst talking to a customer. Not only do you say that you don't give a about them, you just tell them to shut up and also drop the N-word on them. Wow. I mean, that's a very... I will adore how brazen you are, but yeah, no. Good job. You've probably just lost your job.